Hey everyone, hope you're well. Today, I think I'm going to speak about polarization. It's something that has been coming up in my little bubble of influence that I see on social media and what I expose myself to. So, what polarization is um, pretty much the extremes of anything. So, the idea of anything that gives you the feeling of us versus them. So, the extremes of anything. So any idea or belief system that puts you in a box or makes you belong to a group in such a way that the people outside of that group or people that don't necessarily agree with you are then labeled as wrong automatically or as evil, or they're just seen as the anti of everything that you are or everything that you believe. Now, this is really easily happened to us over the last decade, I'd say, with social media, because it's easy for you to find a group that believes in pretty much anything you want to believe in on the internet. Because there's just so many people in the world, the chances of you finding someone that believes exactly what you believe is actually quite high. So, with polarization, the thing that I want to talk about is being careful about it, because like it's easy for you to be stuck in your bubble of polarization. So what I mean by that, and I'm going to use a pretty um, common example right now, is like, say for example, in politics. I don't really want to talk about politics, but in politics in general, how it is you don't even want to listen to what the other guy has to say, or the person that follows another party has to say, because you have this idea of we, the us, that's in this box and in this section, and the people that think this way or believe these things, we're right. Everyone else is wrong automatically. So people don't really want to listen anymore, and I feel like that's going to be a big problem. I mean, it already is, but that's going to be even worse of a problem if we continue this way, because the normal way of communication is already broken down. People don't really want to listen and don't really want to have conversations in the way we used to before, because people are afraid of being shamed or being outed or being cancelled or whatever the case is. And I mean, like, things like shame and canceling people are really easy ways to silence certain people, because a lot of people are really, and I kind of was like this, a lot of people are afraid of just saying their opinion because they are afraid of being shamed, and they have been shamed in certain ways by certain people or by certain groups, and that makes them keep quiet. But I don't believe that that's how we should function as a society, because then we don't learn, we don't grow, we all just stay stuck in our bubbles, and at the end of all of that, we're so polarized that we can't get back together. We don't want to listen to each other. We don't want to have conversations. And everyone just waits for their turn to say what they want to say. And everything else is wrong. So just be careful. And in your bubble of influence, in what you see on social media, try in certain ways to see the other perspective or to look for the other perspective. Now, what I mean by that is, like, with me, I pretty much don't um, follow certain ideals, but I have tried to expose myself to those things to try and see it from the side of these other people and try and see their perspective and why they believe what they believe. Because we were all born equal. We all, not necessarily socio-economically and all of that. I'm not talking about that, but we all a product of the things that have happened to us, what we've experienced, where we grew up, what we were taught when we were young. So essentially, not everyone is born believing what they believe now. That's what I'm trying to say. Not everyone is born the way that they are now. So getting angry at someone for a belief system that they have and I'm not outing, but shaming someone or canceling someone for a belief that they have is not necessarily the way we should be going about this. We should be trying to communicate more, trying to find out why people think the way they think, try to have empathy, try to understand. And in that way, we'll grow not only as a community, but we'll grow ourselves. We learn more, we'll learn to understand people more, and we'll learn to have conversations with empathy in mind. So when we're having conversations with people, let's not just wait to get our point out, not just wait to, get the upper hand on the person, to say the smart thing, to say the woke thing, to say the thing that's going to shut the person down or whatever. Let's not do that. Let's listen to what the other person is saying, and as much as we can, try to be empathetic. Now, what that means is try and see the conversation, the issue, whatever's happening from someone else's perspective. Try and think, if you grew up the way they grew up, would you think differently from them? Would you think the same? Do you understand why they think the way that they think, or say the things that they are saying? If you don't, then try to listen and understand. So that's what I want to talk about today, because I feel like we're heading down a rather dangerous path with this polarization, this us and them mentality. And everyone, it's easy to get angry, especially now. It's easy to lash out. It's easy to cancel someone. It's easy to get people aggravated about something, because everyone already is currently. So just be careful with that, and try as much as you can to see things from as many perspectives as you possibly can. The more you broaden your perspective and your horizon, the better understanding of this place and this world we live in will be for you. I hope you guys are all well. And yeah, this was slightly longer. I hope I haven't been rambling on too much. But yeah, I think it's something that maybe will help someone out there. Let's just try and have conversations with the other person in mind. Let's try and do that. Stay safe, stay healthy, look after your mind, look after your body. Peace.